All right, guys, so we just got done with the Ventura Preserve loop. It's about, what, 10 miles?
I think it was about 8.1.
Oh, like so 8 miles, and we did 1,000 feet of climbing?
Like 1,100.
Or 1,100 feet of climbing. I'll post the link to the Strava in the description. But basically, I want to start rating these trails because I keep doing trails, and I want to have some type of rating system to let you guys know, okay, how hard it was, how much fun I had, type of thing. So this one was pretty gnarly, the climb on the way up. I was feeling like I was pretty tired. This guy was killing it, but
yeah.
What would you give that as far as like
the climbing difficulty?
Climb, yeah.
I think everything's relative, right? Because if you're a pro XC racer, it's going to be harder or easy. Well, easier than somebody who just started. Yeah. So let's just kind of put all these at like you're an average rider. I'd say that climb was probably like an 8 out of 10 as far as difficulty.
That climb was pretty rough.
Because it was super steep, especially towards the end when you have less in the tank. So
as soon as like when you see the end, but you're like, do I got enough gas?
And then, I mean, straight up for probably almost a mile on Willis. You're going to go up to Willis on that trail. Just know that you're going to kill yourself for sure for that last part. So the difficulty, I'd give it like an 8.
I'd say like 7, 8.
I haven't done harder, but I was nowhere at my limit. Like I wasn't off my bike. I didn't blow up, as the pro cyclist guys like to say. Pretty hot. Yeah,
it was like 90 the whole time we were out there.
Yeah, so maybe hotter. So
in the morning would be a lot better.
Yeah, climbing difficulty, I'm gonna give it a 0. 8.
That was easy.
Yeah. And then what was the next? Climbing, the fun factor of the climb, right?
Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of fun on the climb.
I mean, again, like I said, we do the fun factor on climb just because some people like to climb, including myself. I used to hate climbing when I started, but
I'm in that spot where I just really don't like to climb right now.
But it wasn't technical, really.
No, it wasn't techie.
There was no single track climbing. It was just literally straight up fire road. You look on the Strava loop, if you guys look at it, it's kind of where it goes up, right pretty much in that middle of that circle. Yeah. That was the whole, it was just fire roads all the way up. A lot of steep climbing, and there was no fun, no like kind of branches to go around, single track climbing, so it was pretty uneventful. So it was like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. As far as fun factor, I would say, because I've had some climbs that are fun, like San Gabrielino Trail. It's a pretty fun climb. It's pretty mild, but it's a fun climb. Next we're doing scenery. I mean,
scenery.
As far as scenery goes, it wasn't like the most scenic. Like you would get to the top and you could see like the valley, right? But
but it wasn't
like it wasn't like,
if you live in a different region of the country, you're gonna come out here and be like, that's sweet. But if you grew up in SoCal and you ride out in SoCal, it's the same stuff that you're gonna see. You know, if you live in Simi Valley or you ride in Lancaster, Palmdale, or whatever. So I'd give it like a 5.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't.
I'd give it like a
Like there wasn't trash everywhere. It was maintained well.
Yeah, there wasn't any graffiti.
So it was just I'd give it a 5. It was average.
It was cool. Once you got down into the trees, that was pretty sick. Like when you came down under and you're in the shade, that part was cool.
Downhill. I did a downhill difficulty.
It wasn't too difficult. I mean,
no, it wasn't difficult. It's just you had to pick your line. Obviously, the more travel you have, is going to be easier.
Like this part where it's chunky right now. I'm gonna go right.
The more travel you have is going to be more fun. It's going to be easier because the bike's going to absorb more.
Like if you're on a full XC, like 100 mil travel, 110 mil travel, whatever.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah, you're going to be bouncing
like
around.
my bike. But at the same time, trying to lug up an enduro bike up that climb is going to be a mission. So it's like you almost need 2 bikes here. Like you don't need it.
Yeah,
you can do it with either one, but not one bike is suited for this ride. You know what I mean? Like ideally, you don't want a heavy enduro bike to come up it. It'll get up it for sure. Don't get me wrong, but you're going to be working a lot harder than if you're on something that's a little bit lighter duty. But then on the downhills, it was chunky. And you did have to pick your line. So the difficulty, I'd say it was like a 6.
Yeah, the difficulty was just, it was rocky. So you have those times where you're like, oh, I need to pick my line right now before I you kind of start to look ahead a lot. Whereas it's not like where you can kind of just roll down it and you're going to make it any way you go. You know, you have to pick your line. So there's that. There
was those cool, like that lake crossing we did. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like it's something different getting to ride through that. And it's having a feature that I've never done before. You know what I mean?
And the fact that it was 90 degrees the whole time, you get to it and it's like the holy grail.
I think last thing is downhill fun.
Yeah, downhill fun, and then we'll give it like an overall rating.
Yeah, I would say the downhill fun on this wasn't that fun just because, we only did 8 minutes of descending.
Yeah, the video was only 8 minutes and I had it on the whole time.
Yeah, it was just like a fire road that's chunky. Like for whatever reason, we like those narrow single tracks that kind of wind. Yeah, there were some cool switchbacks on it.
Yeah, the
but
switchbacks were like kind of difficult. Gnarly. Double switchback.
Yeah, they were
like,
cool.
If you're a new rider, the switchbacks are gonna be difficult.
Super sandy.
But I mean, everything else was not super expert level or anything.
Yeah,
you know, it's a blue trail. It wasn't a black diamond.
Yeah,
so.
but just because it's blue doesn't mean it's not fun. Like if it would have been a blue, but it was a single track.
Yeah. The single track would have made a difference.
For whatever reason, I like single tracks.
Because
the fire road stuff, it's whatever.
It felt like we were on a fire road for a long time, which kind of brought down the fun factor for us.
Fun factor, I honestly give it like a 4.
Just because the other trails we've done, like with the single tracks and stuff, Mount Pinos was super fun.
Mount Pinos, that fun factor was
so
friggin' 10.
So.
And then one more thing to add too, you'll see you guys will see in the video, there's all those rocks everywhere on the flats towards the bottom.
Oh, we're back at the bottom. Super chunky.
There wasn't a lot of just like fast, flowy, just trails.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's probably like a 4. I'd say it's below average.
So we'll give that one a 4. And as far as like driving out here, like I'm out here camping right now, so it wasn't a big deal. But
yeah,
would you drive out here to do it again?
Like if it was like if I didn't have a reason to come out here, no.
Yeah,
like if I was out here and we were camping, I might just bring the bike and do the loop real quick.
Right, yeah, it's like a why not loop.
Yeah, but
so if you live out here in Ojai, by all means, hit it and let us know what you think. You probably already have.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's gonna be people telling us you did the wrong trail or this one's more fun.
We probably went backwards or something. But it's not something that I'd probably drive out here to do again, just because there's more stuff that's more fun closer. That's the little 411 on that trail, and I'll catch you in the next video.
We're gonna start doing this on all the videos. Okay.